Hey guys, just figured I'd make a video for you. During the winter, this is a common error that you'll get, and it will say, there's significantly less energy available from your battery as it gets colder. So it's telling you to charge. The information behind this is that when your battery gets cold, instead of it having, for Model 3, you have kind of 77 kilowatts or 82 kilowatts. So whatever that number is, and maybe we'll talk about the Model X since it has a 100 kilowatt battery, since that math's a whole lot easier. But if you have a 100 kilowatt battery in a Model X and it gets really cold, you can lose up to 33 kilowatts of that battery. So instead of having 100 kilowatts available, you have 67 kilowatts available. So that's a massive loss to your range. The one thing that a Tesla will do is that it will sense that the battery's cold, and then it will run it's kind of like a sous vide. It's a water-based heater that has coils inside of the water, and it will heat the antifreeze up, which is then pumped through your battery and warms your battery up. How does it heat up that antifreeze? It depends on the year of your car. Some of these cars have heat pumps. Like this Model 3 that I have, it runs the batteries in what's called lossy, which means runs them in an inefficient way, so they build up a lot of heat, a lot of resistance in that motor, and all of that heat is pulled out through coolant, and then that heat that has built up is ran through the battery. And it's actually more efficient than running just a regular, like, coil-based heater. So it'll do that. It will run the heat pump, meaning that you're air conditioning the outside and you're using all the heat from that air conditioning. As you compress the refrigerant to a liquid, it gives off a lot of heat. Typically that happens in your air conditioning unit outside of your house. But in a heat pump system during the winter, it will reverse the flow of the refrigerant so that the compression operation happens inside of your house. So all that heat is built up in your house, warms your house up, then all the cold air goes outside, and then, if that cold air is 32 degrees and it's 40 degrees outside, it will warm up the refrigerant up to 40 degrees, pump it back into your house, turn it into a liquid, gets up to 80 or 90 or whatever degrees, right? And then warms your house up. So I just want to go over this battery low. It's saying, based on the percent of your battery, which my battery right now is at 8%. If you're going to lose 30% of your 8%, right, you're going to be down to maybe 5% of your battery. So you definitely want to charge when your car gets cold. So winter tips: make sure you're always plugged in. Make sure you use the schedule in the app. You go in here to schedule, and then you can say, what time do you want the car to preheat by? I have mine set to 8 a.m. Usually starts a little bit after 7. It's ready to go at 8. You can set, whatever day schedule you want on it. You can say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On those 3 days, I want it to be ready at 7 a.m. Right? Oh, not p.m., 7 a.m. And then you just go down, hit create. There you go. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m. So that's pretty good. So that's preconditioning. The charging, I have it set so that it's done charging by 6:30 a.m. because we have an ultra off-peak type of charging schedule, or at least goes down to 5 cents during that time period. Plus, it's easier on the grid, so it's not a bad thing to do. One good thing is the location up here. You can set it so you can have all of these schedules based on your location. So when I leave work, I have a schedule for work. When I leave home, I've got a schedule for home. You can set all sorts of schedules, right? And they're all GPS based. So it's a good thing to know about that, in the winter, your range, as long as you use, these preheating and preconditioning, instead of losing a third of your battery, you might lose 10 or 15%, maybe up to 20 if it's really cold out. But you're still not losing a third. So it's the way to operate in the winter. So hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, let me know.